So, the final Nintendo Direct for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out today. Literally an hour ago. They're still streaming. That's why we've got to spool through the footage, because we can't go and download the video. But it was bad. It was bad. Now, I can see everybody already rushed into the comments. Hold on. They did show some good off. Like, as we can see on screen, Ken got announced. That's good. Everybody likes Ken. Everybody who was happy with Ken. I watched this with a few friends, and as we watched it, there was good parts. But as it went on, there was more and more cracks showing. There was some people, the real hardcore Nintendo fans, like Tyler, wouldn't have an ill word said. I like my positivity, you're just being a sourpuss. But to others, like myself and Alex, as it went on, you could see the cracks, and those cracks started to turn into fissures, which started to turn into massive canyons, because as it went on, it focused less and less about the things it should have focused on, and more about getting you to spend extra money. Like, for example, there was a story mode announced at the very end with the last 5 minutes and nobody knows what it is, rather than a whole battle pass and like options. We'll get into that in a minute. And it's, you just sit there. You sit there and you're like, why? Who said this? Who did this? It was incredibly poorly mismanaged. Now, I've got something that I've quickly scribbled up on paint that I want you to keep in mind, and this is why it's turned myself, Moon Knight, and Alex off Smash. 3 of us have been. I mean, I was not going to buy it anyway because I am not paying for Nintendo shitty online. And again, this Direct will really confirm just how bad the online actually is. So, for a moment, we have got Smash spending. This is going to be a little list that we're going to add to, which is what you'll be required to play if you want the maximum enjoyment out of the game. Obviously, the game costs 45 English pounds or $60. That's normal, that's feasible. But if you want to take it online, oh, you know what? Moon is here right now. Let's add him to the call. Hello, Moon. Will you be able to talk or not? I'm going to assume he's not going to be able to talk. But, yeah, so the original game, $60, £45. That is not too bad. That's the price of a standard game. All good, all fine. The online, $20. Now, the online is bad. We already know it's bad, but it's an extra $20, so that's $80. Oh, damn. I see that you're in a restaurant, Moon. Well, yeah, that's an extra $20. So, right now, currently, at this current point in time, without us going through this Direct, you have to pay a minimum of $80 or about 60 English pounds for the complete experience, as like any fighting game, you will want to take it online. You will want to go and fight people for fun or for glory, but we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, you'll want to take it online, you'll want to fight other people in a ranking system or fight for fun, because, you know, I'm in England, Moon's in Mexico, Kamori's in America. We've got people all around the world, so they can't exactly do a local connection. We've got to go online. So, at the minimum, you will be paying $80 or 60-ish English pounds to go online and get the full experience of this game. However, during this Direct that we're now going to go back over to and go through, we are going to show you all of the problems that arose with this Nintendo Direct and why it was such a failure, and it was less about, hey, really good, and more about, oh dear. So, any good stuff, I'm just going to kind of skip over, because the internet is pretty much in a consensus of, it was great, it was fine, nothing wrong with it. As I say, Ken got announced as an Echo fighter for Ryu. That's fine. Everybody likes more Echo Fighters. Good, fine. No need to worry. Skimming through, so you'll see a little bit of skimming through here to make it easy. But Incineroar also got announced. So, hey, look, there he is. That's great. I mean, he's the worst one to me. I would have rather have had... I would have rather have had Primarina or Decidueye or even that new electric cat, Zeraora. Because he's just terrible. He's got the worst design in all of the Sun and Moon starters. Why? I get it. He's a fighting cat. He can fight. But Zeraora's like Lucario. You could have had Zeraora. It's not... Why did you pick the worst cat? I can already hear Ferb right now, who likes Incineroar, being like... he's not the worst starter. He is. He's the worst starter. He's the worst fire starter. I mean, think about what you've got. You've got Typhlosion, which is a big fire badger. You got Charizard, that's a dragon. You go to this. You go to this. Damn, dude. But, again, there are people out there that like Incineroar. I personally don't. I think it should have been Zeraora or Decidueye to at least have an Archer, mix it up rather than just hand-to-hand combat. Again, mixed bag, but fine. Nothing wrong there. It's all alright. Then they'll show off the moves and they show off the amiibos. Because it's like, oh, look, you can get all these. You can get this little Pichu amiibo coming in 2019. Or if we back it up, you can get the Ridley amiibo, which looks sick as fuck. I will get that one. As much as I don't particularly give a fuck about amiibos anymore, and I hardly buy them, that one is going in my Metroid collection. That's because I have like the 30th anniversary edition of Samus Returns, so I've got like the nice steel bookcase. I've got like a little Metroid section on the shelf, so that's going on my Metroid section because I love Metroid. So while I won't actually use it, it's fine. And the amiibos aren't like Splatoon 2. They're not pay to win or locking DLC behind a paywall like how the Splatoon characters lock this costume behind them and you can't access them unless you play the $20 for the DLC. So it just works like normal Smash, where you put it on and you get the little computer thing that you can level up like a little trainer. So it's not as bad as some of the paid DLC that they lock behind your little $20 toy paywall thing. So amiibos, completely fine, nothing wrong there. And then we get into Game Icons Clash, which just says about the Spirit Mode. Now, the Spirit Mode is fine, and this comes to the whole story thing. Everybody thought that Spirits were story, but it's not, but it kind of is, and it's weird to explain until we get to the very end when they announce the story. But for now, they just said, like, you can attach spirits to your fighter, and that fighter can get an extra boost in power, so you can have like extra little things for little different bits which aren't available in ranked mode, because obviously you want everybody to have a fair fight. But if you're just fucking around, then these spirits can attach to your character and you can have all these little like added benefits. Like if we just flick over to it, it's like, oh look, if you have this thing, you get a little tiny bit of auto heal. So it's not much, but it's just a little bit of tiny auto heal. And up in the top there, you get a little bit of team power. And again, it's just to mess around. Nothing big. So again, spirits, completely fine. Everybody likes spirits. So nothing wrong. Nothing wrong at all. Then, after we go through, and they spent so much time on the spirit thing. Like, oh look, here's a character with a spirit. And she's got these two cats as a spirit. And then we've got another one where it's like, oh look, Meta Knight, and Meta Knight's got a giant Meta Knight. So create spirits to fill up your gauge faster. So yeah, that's the thing. And he's got the King Bomb spirit, and Yoshi's got the Fox McCloud spirit. So spirit's completely fine, good for a fuck around. Then after that, we start to see all the cracks. So they started off strong. They started off good, everybody was okay. A little bummed that it's the spirits are just these attachables and not a story mode. But so far, we're doing okay. Then we get to the online. We get to, hold on a minute, that's more spirit stuff. And yeah, there's another one. The stage has got heavy wind, so you can attach a spirit to have strong wind immunity. So again, fine. But then we get to the online. And this is where it all goes wrong. This is where it all falls apart. So you can either choose wireless or local. And in this part of the direct, they literally admit that the online is total dog shit and you will need an extension. I will stop talking for a minute so you can hear it in his own words, how if you want to connect to people around the world, then you might have a bad time unless you literally buy an extension.
Or take the fight to the world with online play. To connect two Nintendo Switch consoles, press the DR button to pull up the dashboard and select Local Wireless. There's no longer a need to separate the online modes into for fun and for glory. Instead, matchmaking...
Oh yeah, just by the way, yes there is, Sakurai. Yes there is, because not everybody wants to play ranked mode. Not everybody likes to fight for glory, because it's only for glory now. But we'll let you continue. Oops. Let me maximize that.
Is based on 3 factors. For online battles, you can set your preferred rules. These rules can be pre-registered so you can quickly select your favorite playstyle. Before battle, one player's preferred rules will be chosen at random, and all players will fight using those rules. You can also choose not to set any preferred rules and let the others decide instead.
So,
if possible, the match...
This bit's alright. I like this bit, how you can set your rules so it's not just time, it's stock, and how you can have Omega stages rather than regular stages. The actual customization to choose which kind of ranked battle you like, that's fine.
The matchmaking system will find players with similar preferences and link them up for a battle. Global Smash Power is being factored into matchmaking, but it's still used as an online leaderboard as well. A high GSP score, such as 100,000, means you've got more points than 99,999 other players. Your GSP will change as the total population of players increases or you're overtaken. If you're yearning for a challenge, try increasing your global Smash Power so that you'll naturally end up with some more serious opponents.
Now, you see, that means that everybody is currently on ranked. That means that if you were just looking to go into casual and have a fun time, if you were fighting with your friends just to have fun online and they win, they might get put out of your skill gap. So I am bad at fighting games. I'll admit that. I am not that good at them. And there are other people, like Alex, that are good at them. Now, let's say I get my ass constantly kicked. It's me just trying to do it, but I get my ass constantly kicked. Well, I'm going to go down in Global Smash Power. So I'm going to be at like 1, 2 at Global Smash Power. I'm going to be on this low end. And Alex, because he's beat me so many times and he's won so many times, he's going to be all the way up there at 153,000, like Laura here with Dr. Mario. We can no longer fight together. Your friends cannot fight together because you are too far apart on this Global Smash scale. Now, there might be a way to set up a private lobby, and they didn't explain because this is just so mismanaged. This next bit where we get into the options, it's just so mismanaged, but they didn't explain if there was private lobbies. But if you're just going directly into the online, everybody has a Global Smash Power, and you may, if you want to play with your friends and they don't confirm a private lobby, then you may have to forcefully throw games just to make your Smash Power go down so that you both stay roughly the same so that you can constantly fight each other. Because once the skill gap is big enough, you can't fight. A 100,000 can't fight 100. Like, there's too much of a skill gap. So unless they confirm some sort of private server, this is a bad idea.
By the way, you can set a GSP score for each fighter. Fighters you haven't used yet will be assigned a placeholder GSP based on the highest score you've set with one of the other fighters. If you repeatedly self-destruct on purpose, you could face a penalty, like being disconnected, so please don't do that. As with any multiplayer game, a stable connection is...
Okay, here we go. So this is the bit about the stable connection where it says about trying to connect to the rest of the world.
Very important. For this reason, the matchmaking system will prioritize shorter distances between players. So even if you set your preferred rules, please understand that we can't promise you'll always be matched accordingly. As such, we'd appreciate it if you could make your connection as stable as possible. A wired LAN cable is recommended.
By the way, just look on the box there. That's an official Nintendo. You see the little logo? That's an official Nintendo wireless LAN. So they have literally just admitted that if you try and connect to people around the world, then, like, if I try to connect to Komori in America, England and America, two different sides of the world, literally the Atlantic Ocean separating us, there is no guarantee I'm ever going to get to connect to Komori. Because they are literally on the other side of the world. Same for Moon. If I try and connect to Moon in Mexico, England, Mexico, big ocean between the two of them, there is no chance that I'm going to connect because their internet is shit. So they have admitted that that $20 you're paying for is shit, and if you want the best experience, then you better buy this LAN cable. And knowing Nintendo, like how dear the Switch Pro controller is, it's probably going to run you maybe $20, possibly even $30. So remember that thing. Again, it's optional. You don't have to buy it, but they've just admitted how bad their online is that you require an official Nintendo LAN box to plug into your Switch. So let's just add that to the bill. There's a LAN box right there, which we can say is probably about another $20 at the cheapest. So there's another $20/£17. So we're now looking at $100 for the best experience. Again, you don't have to buy the LAN box, but if you want the best, most refined Smash game, then you better damn well buy the LAN box, because we can't make dedicated servers, we can't do cloud storage backup. You be buying a LAN box. It's on you to make your internet better, not us. It's not on us to make our servers better and make our online better so that you can connect to players around the world. It's up to you to do that by buying our LAN box. Well, if you are that incompetent with the online, if you are that incompetent with a paid for online, that you are making people buy a LAN cable in order to boost that online, maybe you shouldn't be charging for it yet. Maybe your online is not ready for full release and you should just turn it back to free, because that is pathetic that you have to buy a extra LAN box just to fix what is broken and should not be in a paid for state as this moment in time, because at this moment in time it's terrible. Like, why? So that was one of them. That was just absolute madness. And nobody really saw this. Again, Tyler, all the Nintendo fanboys, they saw this box. They saw that the guy literally said, like, oh, if you want to connect to people around the world, like all this, if I'm all the way over here in this corner and I want to go all the way over here to Mexico and the west of America, well, even all of America, because I've got some friends in Florida, I've got some in Maryland, I've got some all in California, so it's like all of America really, or even Hippie in Australia. So if I want to go anywhere like down to Australia or over to America, nah boy, you're fucked. It'll just be like, well you could, but at the same time, we're only going to connect certain parts of America. And even then, that's not even across all of America. That's literally like California to California And Texas to Colorado. That's not even like from just say California over here down to Florida. They can't even go whoop. They can't even do that. So wow, that is ridiculous. That is bad. And nobody really glanced at this like the fanboys. They're like, oh well, that's just their demonstration. That's just a demonstration. When you play the full game, it'll be fine. Will it? Will it really though? Because it says that it's definitely prioritizing how close each system is. And again, the online is so bad that it's like, hey, please make your connection as stable as possible by buying our official Nintendo LAN box. Also, the USB LAN adapter is sold separately, hence the fact that it's going to run you another $20. So if you want the potential best experience so far, you are looking at $100. Let's continue. So then they got into the next bit, which I couldn't even begin to describe. So they had more assist trophies first, and they're like, oh hey, look at all of our assist trophies. We've got Dr. Wowie. Appears to be energy readings. Well, I've never seen anything like this on Earth. Find the energy crystals and we'll find Dr. Wowie, wherever he's gone. But then after all this, they didn't show the story, alright? And this is the most perplexing bit. This is the bit that made all of us stunned. Like, this is the bit that was like, you know there's no story yet. You haven't announced the story yet. And this is what you're showing? So they spent a good 20 minutes on other features. There's still so much more to show. And it's help. They showed the fucking help! Like, this is all the other features. And it's just brightness and everything. It's like, what's this do? Help me! Help me! I don't know how to play. I don't know what is help. Tips. By the way, you get all these tips on the loading screen. Like, he said that you get all these tips on the loading screen. And then, like, it went, will you just go? Let me just mute this. I'm sick of that particular call. Like, they always call at the most inconvenient times. But yeah, then they said like, oh, there's a 100-man melee. That's great. 100-man melee is fine. But then they kept going for things like, oh, you can buy soundtracks. You can have brightness and sound. That was something they stuck on. That was something they stuck on. Like, hey, here's the brightness. You can slide the brightness, and you can also slide the sound. Look, we've got sound effects. We got voices. And it's like, again, there's no story mode. You have not shown off a story mode yet. Again, I know everybody's going to say there's a story mode at the end. We're not at the end. But at this point, we are about 30 minutes in to a 40-minute direct. And you have said no story mode. You haven't said what Spirits really is, except you can attach it for a bit of a thing. And rather than spending time, your last direct before this game goes live, showing the story to make everybody excited, you're literally showing brightness and sound, default settings, that language as well, default settings that everybody would know is there. Like, they would just see when you start the game. It's like, I see you're starting the game. What language would you like? Like, that's not a feature, that's a default question that gets asked at the start of the game. And you're wasting time on this. But then, after the options, they showed a couple of Mii characters. Like, oh look, you can get the Mark Race set. Hey, isn't that good? You can get Nintendo Labo set. But then it went full on scum. It lost everything. It had already been charging, and he announced a season pass. They went full EA Activision with a season pass. And when I say full on EA Activision, it's because he literally admits, and you're going to hear his words in a minute, he literally admits that he has worked on nothing. He doesn't have any ideas for any fighters, stages or music. The man literally has nothing, and he wants you to pay for literally nothing. He wants you to throw money at the hope that maybe, eventually, possibly, he might make something. Because remember, there was supposed to be DLC for Smash 4. That never happened. So just keep that in mind, that he wants you to pay $20 for literally nothing that might never get made. And it's actually more than $20. But let's listen to him in his own words.
Anyway, there's something I should point out. As I said, we've revealed all of the fighters you can find in the game. But there are even more coming post-launch. While we've already implemented a huge roster of fighters, this is the Super Smash Bros. Series, which means we're leaving the opportunity open to add in more fighters as paid DLC. Since we already included every fighter from the past games, that means there are no more fighters to include unless we develop new fighters from scratch. And we're not talking about Echo fighters. We'll be developing and selling sets that will include one fighter, one stage, and multiple music tracks. The price for each set is expected to be $5.99.
By the way, $6 for a single character and stage is not a good price. That is a drastic increase from Smash 4. But moving on, because we don't want them separate, we want the Season Pass.
At the same time, we will offer the Fighters Pass. That's 5 fighters, 5 stages, and all of their music tracks. When creating something like the Fighters Pass, ideally, we should reveal what's included before it becomes available for purchase. However, please allow us to offer this pass before we're ready to reveal its contents.
Please allow us to reveal this pass before we're ready to announce its content. Please allow us to let you throw money at the screen for literally nothing and hope that we make 5 characters, because we don't know how well this game's going to sell or even its lifespan. Everybody could see the game, everybody could say the game is absolutely terrible, and then we won't have the money to develop any characters. But please throw the money at the screen and hope and pray, like with EA, like with Activision, hope that we'll actually make something for the Season Pass.
I hope only those who are confident in its value will purchase it.
And there you go. I hope those, he even says it at the bottom, I hope those who are confident in its value. So unless you are 100% like Tyler, a 100% Nintendo fanboy that literally thinks that Daddy Sakurai and Nintendo can do no wrong, and you 100% believe everything that comes out of Shiggy and Reggie's mouth, if you have even the slightest inkling that maybe all 5 characters might not get made, I wouldn't buy it, because, let's face it, they might not get made. And we're just going to try and scoop up some money from the hardcore Nintendo fans. And maybe it'll pay off. And if you are one of those people that are really excited for the game, I know you've already bought it, because it's already available to buy. The season passes, you can pre-order it now. You can get a pre-order bonus, which, again, we're going to get into the pre-order bonus. But it's like, I hope that it does work out for you, because you've already put your money down and there's no going back. So I really do hope, but it just has that EA Activision, oh, you can pre-order a season pass, and we've even got a pre-order bonus.
Again, the price is $24.99 for all 5 sets. Now that,
by the way, that's not that's only like $5 cheaper than what it normally would be, because the normal ones are $5.99. 6 times 5 is 30. So you're only getting $5 off, so it's not exactly the best deal. But again, let's say that you want the full, complete experience. You want the best experience possible. So let's bring up our money screen here. and get the season pass. Yay! Season pass. Season pass, which is another $25, which is about £21, but I'll just call it 20 for easiness. So in total, you're going to have 60, 80, 100, $125 to get the complete experience, which is roughly about £115. That much for the complete Smash. Damn. And again, we haven't even got to the pre-order bonus.
Please know that we'll be working really hard on it. I wonder if I'll ever get to take a break. By the way, here's one purchase bonus you'll get with the Fighter's Pass.
Purchase bonus, sorry, even though you're going to pre-order it.
It's a Mii sword fighter outfit based on Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We decided which fighters to include when we started planning, so we couldn't add characters from titles like Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which was announced after planning had started.
I mean, yes, you could have. Yes, you could have. You could have developed it right at the very start. You know what games were being made. But hey, maybe he'll be a DLC character.
I hope this outfit will help you feel like you're playing as Rex. We're also including some music from the Xenoblade Chronicles series. Give it a listen at Gower Plains sometime. Other Xenoblade Chronicles characters will also appear as spirits.
Ha 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 ha. All the other Xenoblade 2 characters are just spirits, which means they'll probably not be fighters. Ah, good. Funny joke. Funny joke. So that was a bit of annoying for some people. But then came the biggest bit. Because he hadn't announced all the characters. Everybody knew about the leak. Everybody was waiting for Mario 2, which is a secret character that they'd scrubbed all data for. Nobody knew this character, and everybody wanted it to be Geno. Everybody was like, oh, Geno. Everybody was asking for Ridley, but Ridley was too big. Ridley will never get in. Ridley's too big. Ridley got in. He memed his way to the top. Ridley got in. It's a dream come true. I want King K. Rool. We got King K. Rool to the top on that Smash ballot. King K. Rool's never getting. King K. Rool got in. The dream is real. And like with the previous two, the Smash ballot in Brawl or 4 or whenever they did it, Geno's Maze theme tune, Super Mario RPG remake. If Sakurai, if the great Sakurai can go to fuck Konami of all people and say, I want Snake, and Konami's like, yeah, okay, here's Snake, then surely they can go to Square Enix. I mean, they've already got Cloud in, so surely they can go to Square Enix and say, I want Geno, give me Geno, and they'll be like, yeah, dude, here you go, here's Geno.
But we'll start working on them.
I'm sorry, Sakurai, let me mute you. Well, he did announce what Mario 2 was. He did announce that amazing final character, the limited time offer. I'll let you.
Smash Brothers Ultimate game now. It isn't finished yet, but I want to give you a special sneak peek.
Okay. Geno! Oh, it's gonna be Geno. Here we go. Oh, he's stunned. That's like Geno's laser blast. He's stunned. It's gonna be Geno. Oh, Mario's pissed. Where's Geno? What? You wanted Geno? You wanted Geno? Ha ha ha! You wanted Geno? No, here is a Piranha plant. You wanted Piranha plant, right? That's from Mario RPG. There's a piranha plant in Mario RPG. Everyone is here. Everyone is here. It's a piranha plant.
That's right. Piranha Plant will take root in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and not as an assist trophy, but as an actual fighter. It can spit poison, fire off spiky balls, and perform long-range attacks. This tricky character is full of surprises. Its final smash is PD Piranha. If you get caught in the cage, well, let's just say it won't end well for you. Piranha Plant is scheduled for completion after the launch of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We've gotten a little head start on it, but it probably won't be ready until a couple of months after launch. Please stay tuned. Remember, Piranha Plant is a free, limited-time offer. For the physical version of the game, you only need to go through the My Nintendo Gold Point registration process to receive it. I hope you'll consider pre-ordering. We're also creating an amiibo. It has a nice curved form to it.
Oh, nice curved form. It look good. It look
Later
nice.
today, you'll be able to pre-purchase the game after finishing this
And
Nintendo
don't forget
Direct.
to pre-order
I
so
hope
you
you'll
can
go
get
to
that
Nintendo
pre-order
eShop on
bonus of
Nintendo.com
Rex's
before you
thing.
forget.
Buy the season pass. And then, this is the story. So first, let's just finish off with Piranha Plant. So, yeah, I don't think anybody was happy with that. That was the Geno. That was the secret Mario 2. The one that they'd been hiding. The one that they'd made sure the Grinch didn't leak. The one that they were constantly scrubbing the data for. It was a Piranha Plant. It was a goddamn Piranha Plant. I mean, I'll say this at least. At least the amiibo looks cool. Like, I will probably buy 2 of them. I will have one on my desk next to me because I do like Piranha Plants, and I will send one to my friend Teresa Rose, who made her pony specifically around the Piranha Plants because she likes them as well. So at least there's a nice little figure. But goddamn, you could have just made the figure and not, like, killed half the fandom, half the people begging for Geno with, like, oh, you want Geno? You want a Super Mario RPG character? Here you go. Piranha Plants in Super Mario RPG. Ha ha ha! Fooled you. You thought it was going to be Super Mario RPG Geno? No, it's Super Mario RPG Piranha Plant. Ha ha ha! Damn. So yeah, that didn't please anybody. And then we got this before we go story mode type thing where it's like, oh look, everybody died, everybody's dead, but Kirby, being Sakurai's character, the Sakurai character lived, so Kirby is gonna be the one in this dark, depressing world to save the world. I'm gonna mute this because there's actually a song here, and I don't want to get copyrighted. I'm already gonna get content ID'd by Nintendo, but I don't want to get copyrighted. And we start to see this potential story mode, and a lot of people were like, oh, saved. It didn't save it. It didn't save it because he spent so long trying to, like, explain what spirits are and bloody brightness and sound options that we don't know what this actually is. Like, it's clear it's some kind of story mode, but is it a Mario Party? What is it? Is it a Subspace Emissaries? Nobody knows. All we see is Kirby bashing up these dark versions of each of the heroes. Like, oh, there's an evil Inkling and she's beating it up, and there's evil Ganondorf and Kirby's beating it up. And then we sometimes see, like, this overworld thing where there are people, but what is this? Why is there a Mario Party board right there? We're on Lapras, we can surf. What's going on? Is it an overworld? I don't know. Explain. Why? What's this? What's this button do? It made something new on the Mario Party board? Is that a full world? What's this skill tree? Is that a skill tree? Oh, Shantae's not going to be a playable character. Oh, fuck me. Well, there you go. What's all this? Explain. What's this place? How's that work? Why is Rathalos on there? What is going on? Oh, look, it's that guy from Subspace Emissaries. What is all this madness? oh, I don't know, we're just going to go to the Nintendo Treehouse, haha, thanks for watching, here's fucking Bill Trinan, and everybody else being like, yeah, boy. And it's like, right, well, that didn't explain anything. And you could have easily, again, this is your last Smash Direct before the game releases. People want to know stuff. They want to know if this game is worth it. And you spent 10 full minutes talking about needless settings like brightness and sound effects and language that everybody will see, everybody will know, when that 10 minutes could have been better spent talking about this World of Light story mode to know what it actually is. So overall, my thoughts on the Direct are not good. Like, it was so mismanaged. It was... Don't get me wrong, World of Light does look very engaging, very amazing. And this is where people are going to get confused. You hated it. No, I didn't hate it. I hated the way it was managed. The World of Light looks great, but I wish they would have showed it off rather than fucking around by showing off brightness and sound when there was no need. The inclusion of Incineroar and Ken, everybody liked. There was nothing wrong with that. That was a good moment. Showing off exactly how spirits work, that was a good moment. But all the mismanaged stuff just broke it. It just broke everything that might have wanted to make you get the game. It's like, look at all this stuff. But if you want to connect to people online, you might not be able to connect to the one you want because there's no for glory or for fun. It's on this big number scale now, so you better hope yours and your friends' numbers are the same, unless you can create a private server, which nobody knows if you can or not at this current point, but by the time this video gets uploaded, we may have that information. If you want to connect to someone in a different country, then you better make sure you buy the LAN box thing, because basically our online service is shit and we're openly admitting it's shit, like how the Wiimote motion controls were shit unless you bought the Wiimote Motion Control Plus, you know, that thing you had to have for Skyward Sword. So if you want our online service that you got to pay for to be any good, then you better pay extra for the LAN thing, especially for Smash. And also, please pay $25 for literally nothing that we haven't even thought of yet, because we're still working on the Piranha plant. And all those little problems just added up into one big problem, and it's like, yeah, this guy's face just looking like, or any of these faces, it's like, this guy here is probably my face, like, I'm neutral, I'm like, you know, he was okay. I didn't mind it. It looked okay. Ken was nice. Incineroar was okay. World of Light looks pretty good, but all that other stuff. All that other stuff really shows the cracks in this game. It really shows the cracks in the online system. Really shows how those cracks are turning into fissures and canyons. So, you know, I'm neutral. I'm a bit neutral. I'm not bad. I'm not hating it, but I'm not okay with it. But I'm quite annoyed at the things that did go wrong. So yeah, that was my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. It was okay, but it could have been better. It was so poorly managed, and it was just like, why? Why did you feel the need to show off brightness and sound when you could have been showing off the single player to actually make people understand what it is and how it works, to make people more excited? So yeah, I have seen several people saying that this Direct has made them change their tune on Smash Bros. Ultimate, and even change their tune on whether they're going to buy it altogether or not. And that's not a good look, Nintendo. And I really feel like you could have handled this better. And if you need a LAN box to boost the online, it shows that your Switch online service is not ready yet. It is not in a paid for state. If people can't connect to anyone anywhere, like the PlayStation or the Xbox, then clearly there is a problem, and you should be not charging people until this problem is resolved. This is nothing to say of the other problems like the NES Online and the cloud storage and all like that, but it's clear that the online is in a unfinished state and you should not be charging for something that is in that kind of state. So that's my thoughts. They're not good. They're mediocre at best, but I know everybody might have wanted to hear what I had to say on them, so there you go. I'm going to work on some other stuff now, some actual real content, like the first impressions full stream of Deltarune, which I uploaded yesterday. I highly recommend you check it out. It was a really fun sequel to Undertale. Toby Fox is not saying it's a sequel. I think it's an alternate universe, but he's being cryptic. He's doing a Gravity Falls and leaving clues for people to follow that you got to decipher. So whatever it is, I'm just going to call it a sequel. It was a really good sequel. I enjoyed it, and I'd recommend you check that out. But for now, I'm going to go and work on some other stuff. I've got 2 interviews for Fallout 76, one person for it, one person against it, ready for the release in 2 weeks, so I'll get ready for that. And then we've got Fallout 76 as well, like the game itself, so look forward to all of that. But anyway, thank you all for watching this first impressions, or this talk about the Nintendo Switch Smash Ultimate Direct, where I'm kind of neutral, really. Neutral / semi-disappointed. If you enjoyed it, if you thought something different, then please do leave a comment down below. Oh, damn, it's the same person again. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, please do leave a comment down below. Let me know how you felt about it. If you have a conflicting opinion and you think the online's fine, let me know. Let's hear about it. Let's talk about it. If you don't want to miss out on all the other content, subscribe and bing the bell so the notifications go through. And there are links down below to the Discord if you want to come in and talk to me. Discuss what you thought about this Direct. A link to my Twitter if you want to see what I'm tweeting, like when streams go live. And a link to my Patreon if you'd like to support me further. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Hello, Moon.